So we spend our time on the front end building stuff up that for some reason we spend our lives, the rest of our lives, tearing down. Like, why is it that we make decisions that our future selves regrets? Why is it that when there are decisions that we make as humans that our future self regrets? In other words, why does the adult pay money to have the tattoo removed that the young adult paid money to get put on there? Right? Or, why do we as youth pay money to build something up and then spend the rest of our adult life trying to tear that back down again? Right? And the answer is that we overpay for the opportunity to indulge our current preferences because we're overestimating their stability. Well, let me show it to you another way. So there was a research done that they went and asked people. They went and asked people around music. You listen to music? Okay, so they went in and they looked at it and they said, okay, if you were to pay us money right now to see your favorite band 10 years from now, but you'd be front row, how much would you pay today to be in front row 10 years from now? And the average dollar amount was $129. So, in other words, you give me $129 today, 10 years from now, you're going to be front row of your favorite band that you listen to today. The interesting thing was, they asked another set of questions. They asked another group of people. They said, how much money would you pay to see your favorite band that you had 10 years ago? In other words, how much would you pay today to listen to the favorite band, the band that you had that was your favorite from 10 years ago? And the average dollar amount was only $80. That's a $40 difference from the band that you thought you would want to see 10 years from now, and from in the present, what you'd be willing to pay right now. It's a $40 difference. And in a logical world, that number should be the same, right? But it's not. And it's because we overpay for the opportunity to indulge our current preferences because we're overestimating their stability. In other words, we don't anticipate change. As humans, most people do not anticipate change. And which is interesting because that's the one thing that's been constant throughout your whole life, right? Is change. Right? But we don't anticipate change, and we make decisions today that our future self will have to deal with, but we don't take that into consideration when we're making the decision. And so the goal for you is to build anticipation into your decision-making process so that you can make a decision today that your future self will be thankful for. What is a decision that you can make today that your future self would be grateful for? What's one thing? It doesn't have to be a big thing. What's one thing that you can do today that your future self would be happy about? Right. And what would be 3 reasons why your future self would be thankful for that? Right? Right? Right. And now, don't you feel just standing there in that certainty? It's not a big decision, right? But now you know. Now you've anticipated, right? You've got a structural way to make a decision based upon where you want to be, not necessarily based upon where you are. Because we have 2 lives that we're all living. We have the life that we're in right now, and we have the life that we're building towards. Right? There's too many people that are blaming their decision, their current situation on the stimulus around them, and they're not even anticipating where they need to be. They're just reacting. And if it's your surroundings' fault that you're in the decision, let's look at it this way: if it's your surroundings' fault that put you where you're at, then wouldn't it make sense to make decisions that were more based upon where you wanted to be than where you are?